Hello, sociologists. I hope you're doing well today. I am here to talk to you about next week. So, we're wrapping up race and ethnicity. Hopefully, you had a lot of feedback and thoughts based on the article, White Privilege, and the film Race, Power of an Illusion. I really think there's a lot to be said for this film. I think it teaches you things that are really crucial in terms of your ability to think critically about race relations in the United States and be able to identify the historical significance of institutionalized racism in our culture. This is a great bit of history, not great, horrible bit of history in terms of what people who we think of as pretty important people in our history, like Thomas Jefferson, um, basically did horribly racist things. And I mean, I think some people might argue, well, in the time that was sort of the norm. But there was also this idea that actually it wasn't okay, and there was a whole war fought over it. So it's hard for me to wrap my head around that. But anyways, so hopefully there's some great conversations on the module. I'll be checking those out. I finished midterms like yesterday or the day before, so those grades are all posted. I would say all in all, you guys are doing a phenomenal job. I mean, it's clear from the discussion forums what amazing thought you're putting into things, and I'm very thankful for that. I appreciate you putting the energy into the modules that I thought a lot about creating, and it seems like the discussions have been pretty deep and great. So keep them up. Race and ethnicity as a social construct, regardless of whether it's biologically based, it's still powerful in how we stratify. So it's an important thing to think about and to consider, as is gender. Again, gender in terms of how we've stratified throughout our, certainly this nation, but worldwide, gender is a universal stratifier. If we're thinking of gender in terms of a binary, we're thinking of it as one gender privileged over another. But what I would also argue is that gender isn't necessarily a binary. There's more of a spectrum. So I've got your gender unicorn on there, which is sort of cute and funny, and not funny, well, it's kind of funny. So you'll be able to check that out. Then you've also got this Justin Baldoni on masculinity, which is also an interesting kind of take on why this idea of masculinity is somewhat toxic. And I think you've probably heard that term, so that might be an interesting watch for you all. It is an interesting watch for you all. But in terms of what you're going to actually watch, you're going to watch Killing Us Softly, which is just a clip, but then you're also going to watch the film Straight Laced, which is, you're going to, do you see what I'm doing? I want you to see what I'm doing. So, because you always get confused. You're going in the module, okay, module 13, which will come up to you. Watch, you see watch, you click on watch. You're going to watch this tiny clip, and then you're going to click here for the Straight Laced video. And that's going to take you to it. And that one is, I like this film because it's made locally. It was done by Deborah Chasnoff, who recently passed away, a social justice filmmaker, and it's just a neat kind of discussion of what gender looks like and what it means in terms of the boundaries that it places on us. And so I'd invite you to think about your own gender boundaries. What is it that you can and cannot do as a result of what your perceived gender is, and stuff like that. All right. Have a good week. I will see you on the forum. And wow, just so we're clear, we're almost done. So keep thinking those good thoughts. Your midterms were good. Final will be very similar, just the same material. Not the same material. The material that's from the midterm forward. So it'll be the same style of essay prompts that you get to respond to based on just what's come since the midterm. So if you did well in the last one, it's going to be the same type of exam, so you can mentally prepare yourself for that. All right? So I'll see you on the discussion forums, and keep thinking those thoughts. Take care.